one of the biggest things I think everyone was trying to rush for at Gen Con was the new Harry Potter deck building game.
That is correct. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle from USAopoly. And definitely one of the main reasons people were rushing for it is because they were so limited in number of copies they had.
Yes, we actually tried to go for it. I'm a pretty big guy, and I got pushed around a lot.
Yeah, it is packed during that first opening minutes when that happens. It was crazy. And even the line for demo signups
Right.
was also
Yeah,
huge.
and this is impressive because the two conventions before, I actually did do my own share of running to get two games, which I succeeded in.
Right.
This one I did not.
This was really crazy. Harry Potter, if you didn't know, kind of popular.
Really?
Yeah, pretty kind of a big deal. So it didn't get a copy, but it did get a chance to demo it, and very interesting. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, you'll definitely want to hear how it works. It is a deck building game, so right off the bat, if you're familiar with deck building games, you're
good.
going to be right at home. The things that make it stand out a little from most of them: fully cooperative. In fact, the demo, I'm not sure if this is officially in the rules how you play, but the demo person had us putting our cards just laid out, our hands on the table at all times. So you'll always be able to look around and see what people had. You also have health. When it gets to 0, you're not eliminated, but you are stunned. You have to lose any tokens that you have, and you discard half your hand. So you are punished for that. And each player you can play as Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Neville. And Harry is better at attacking. They actually have their own unique decks. Harry is good at attacking. Neville is good at healing, and I forget what the other abilities are. But you all have kind of your role.
Seems funny that those are the two you're never. And then there's the rest.
Well, yeah, because I mean attacking and healing. What else do you need? It's like they're good at using items and spells or something. So most of your deck are spells, and then you can also get allies that you buy. Dumbledore's in there, Hagrid, the characters that you would expect. It is based on the movies, not the books. So that probably one of my biggest disappointments with the game. All of the art is what we seem to have been talking about a lot lately from all these licensed games, seeing whether they do or don't do this. Yeah, stills from the movies.
Well, I think that's the thing. We say usually a few stills in there are fine, especially because special. Though the reason my biggest disappointment in hearing that is mostly because the Harry Potter covers I think are amazing artwork.
No, totally. And a long time ago, remember they had that Harry Potter trading card game that died out.
Yeah, which means they have a lot of art already.
That did use that art style of artwork. Well, obviously the movies weren't out then.
No, but I mean the fact that they must still have the rights. But did USAopoly?
They may only have the rights to the movies, not the books. I'm not sure. But either way,
copyright laws.
The movies have their fans, but the disappointing thing is, some of the characters were in the books that didn't show up as much in the movies, so.
There's some things that aren't even in the movies.
Exactly.
I mean, that's my big gripe with what was the fourth one? The Goblet of Fire.
Right, but as it works, there are actually 7 decks. I guess I'm not sure they call it 7 games. I think of different sets of cards, and the first time you play, you're meant to go through them like a story. They each represent the movies, but you can also just mix them all together as randomly as you want. And essentially, together as a team, you have to defeat a certain number of enemies before there's basically a track of locations, and if the enemies get too many pieces on it, you lose before time runs out. So it's really straightforward. I mean, I liked it okay. It's not a bad game, especially for what you might expect from a Harry Potter USAopoly game. The presentation, I think, is definitely a little lacking, and at the end of the day, it doesn't bring too much to the deck building genre.
Well, I feel like that's something we shouldn't expect from them. Not them saying that it's bad, but because let's think of the people. While there probably is a large crossover of Harry Potter and book fans with the board game style, I think USAopoly trying to actually finally get their feet wet really in, I would say more, well, most people wouldn't
more
say, gamer mechanics. Deck building is easy for not only for them, but for those people to learn a really nice mechanic. Because like we said, once you learn a deck building game, honestly, you can almost jump into most deck building games, and you got 50% of strategy in there, which I actually really like because it usually means I can be, half the brain's already.
It's a foundation.
Yes.
I will say the cards that we used were from, I believe, books 1 through 3 or movies or whatever. So presumably in later games.
And by the way, that's also my other thing. I don't have a problem with this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you do leave things out or want to put things in and you don't have, and you use movie stills, you're very limited.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if they want to pull from maybe like some of the weird stories from like when Dumbledore before.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah,
like,
right.
There's no movie.
They
stills.
have to use stuff from the movies.
My only hope is because of the Harry Potter running so much, like the new movie that's
Fantastic Beasts not out yet.
Not out yet, and even like the play. Which I think has even rumors that might come to Broadway.
I'm sure. Well, I bet they'll make a movie of that eventually.
Yeah, but like that kind of stuff.
Well, they did say. Well, I shouldn't. They did not at all say or confirm. But based on the questions that our demoer would not answer, it sounds like there's definitely at least one expansion in the works.
Well, you have to cover all the books at the least. I mean, how could they?
Right.
Not?
Well, I think this base does.
Oh, I thought you said only movies.
No, movies 1 through 7. Well,
I thought you said.
Well, the last one was 2 parts, so I'm pretty sure it's both parts.
Sorry.
So yeah.
I thought I heard you say movie up to 3 or 4.
We played with up through 3.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, like, I think there are expansions. Like I said, I think there are some amazing creatures and small things are in the movies. Like, I think it would be hilarious. I forget what they're called. Honestly, I think they should have been in a movie because you could easily make a great toy out of them. Those little black,
they're like nifflers or something like that.
Like you just make them like little metal detectors. And they go, nah, nah. But like as a draw mechanic because they find treasure, something like that. So like I think that you really can't. There's a lot of amazing things in the Harry Potter universe, and I'm not blaming them. I sort of blame them just the Goblet of Fire a little bit but that's because I like seeing the monsters. I think I would love Hagrid's class. But like, there's a lot of small little things to expand on, and they got in the movies because they only have a certain amount of time, and that's why I can't blame them too much for it. But this is a board game, and you don't have that restriction,
right?
So don't limit yourself.
Yeah. Well, overall, if you're a fan of Harry Potter, I think if you're like a big fan of Harry Potter, it's worth picking up. It goes far enough, in my opinion, to give you that
honestly,
thrill.
I think if you're a fan of Harry Potter, you should definitely pick this up because one. I think because it's connected to the movies, whether I like everything I just said now, you're going to get that rush of seeing your favorite scenes. 2, you're getting into a very great game mechanic that will let you wade into the board game waters very easily.
Good if you have friends who are Harry Potter fans and not big gamers.
Yeah. 3, the script for the play came out in book form. So you already are probably reignited with your Harry Potter love. So this will just help put more wood on the fire to last longer.
Well, it comes out in about a month or so. I will say also it did get pretty hard. It's competitive. Cooperative. So it can get tough in later rounds.
And that's what I think is a great thing too, because it also helps. Because honestly, a lot of people all my friends who aren't into board games as much, they feel much more relaxed when in a fully cooperative game.
Sure.
So you can definitely get them in. Because even if the game's hard, they don't feel
stupid.
Like when you're playing, it's not like you're playing a competitive game and if you're always losing to the other people, you're like, I don't want to play this anymore because you guys are winning. But this way, you're like, well, we all lost.
Even better.
Well, honestly, a lot of people feel better.
So. Don't expect the world, but if you're a Harry Potter fan, this is the best Harry Potter game that exists.
I don't know currently. That 3D turning tower game we have.
It's not saying much, but it is that. So look forward to its release in September.
We got plenty more Gen Con news coming, so you better stay up to date at Roll4Crit at Twitter, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and just subscribing right here.
And, of course, you can find us on our very own website, roll4crit.com/GenCon2016 for all our videos, photos, and more. Stay tuned.